In the late 90s, something unbelievable happened in Switzerland. Open drug scenes occurred in one of the richest cities in the world. Thousands of young people were infected with HIV and hepatitis or died from overdose. The government was unable to cope and tried to maintain the image of good Swiss tradition. This was the beginning of harm reduction, which means putting people into so-called programs, giving them opiates, methadone, morphine and even heroin. This was an emergency, of course, but 25 years ago. A good friend told me about an Israeli doctor who treated opiate-dependent patients with great success. So I traveled down to Israel immediately with 2 of my patients.
And we don't do anything, because I know that now the wave is coming, so we speed up. And sometimes we have to do it, because sometimes a cause of...
Ich würde nochmal gehen. Ohne umzuschauen, das ist das Beste, was ich machen konnte.
Er hat mich einfach dazu gebracht, zuzugeben, dass ich abhängig bin. Und das hat bei mir enorm viel gebraucht, weil das war mir zutiefst zuwider, das zu sagen, weil das ist eigentlich genau das, was ich würde sagen, das passiert mir nie.
Und heute jetzt ist es 11 Monate oder 10 Monate und ein paar Wochen, wo ich kein Reissen mehr habe. Eben, es geht mir super, es ist einfach unbeschreiblich eigentlich, was da abgegangen ist.
An dem Punkt, wo ich gemerkt habe, dass in meinem Kopf wie ein Fäulchen umgelegt wurde, wo ich wieder klar denken konnte, ist mir bewusst worden, jetzt habe ich ein neues Leben bekommen. Ein neues physisches Leben.
This was an amazing experience. On the other side, for the pioneers of harm reduction, it was a provocation. Not so for Dr. Manndorff, head of anesthesiology in Interlaken Hospital. Thanks to her, we treated 130 patients between 2012 and 2018.
Opiate dependency and also alcohol use disorder are associated with changes in the opiate receptor system. In opiate dependency, it's quite easy to explain. Normally, we are balanced with our opiate receptor system on a very low level. Not with opiates from outside like morphine or heroin or methadone, but with our endorphins. These are opiates who are produced by our body. And now, when we take opiates from outside, this level goes up. And what happens is a process of adaptation of the opiate receptor system. And this creates a new balance on a higher level. And this means opiate dependency is a state when we must take a certain amount of opiates to maintain this balance. When opiates go down, this creates craving, this creates a disbalance, this creates withdrawal symptoms, because the process of readaptation can take months or even years. And this happens in conventional withdrawal treatments. Opiates are stopped, this creates disbalance, maybe for months, maybe even for years. And so in ANR we do the opposite. We first readapt the opiate receptor system by blocking the opiate receptors with naltrexone, and then you can stop opiates without withdrawal, without craving. I know it sounds very easy, but most time it works.
Also was mich am meisten freut, ist definitiv, dass man einfach frei von dem Zwang ist, frei davon, das Gefühl haben, wir müssen etwas nehmen.
Das Züchen irgendwie an Drogen, nur der Gedanken allein schon, das ist null.
Der Craving nichts.
Also Craving?
Gar nichts. Reissen gar nichts.
Mein Leben funktioniert wieder in geregelten Bahnen.
Freiheit. Freiheit nach keiner Substanz mehr abhängig zu sein.
Ja, also der Lust und das Reissen zum etwas nehmen, das ist definitiv nicht vorhanden. Anders kann ich es nicht sagen. wie jemand, der das gar nie gehabt hat?
Geht mir gut, danke. Das war eine gute Entscheidung. Also das Craving habe ich in dem Sinne eigentlich gar nicht.
Over 30 years ago, I faced opiate dependency as a physician. And my background was critical care. So those were the tools I knew. And I tried to identify the biological roots of the problem. I was not aware of all the theories about addictive personalities, weak personalities, and all that. And suddenly I realized that a newborn from an addict mother has opiate dependency. A war hero, a veteran, due to injuries and pain management became dependent and suffered from the same illness. And somebody that just wanted to feel high using street drugs became with opiate dependency. So what's in common between a newborn, a hero, and a criminal? Is the biological illness. And there's where we doctors should interfere. So reaching out for modern biotechnology and modern medicine and develop a medical treatment.
I'm Trish Freeman. I'm an RN here at Landmark Hospital, and I am proud to be a part of this program where we are helping people using the ANR treatment protocol.
You cannot do physiotherapy on a broken bone. You cannot send people to recovery treatments if they have a broken bone. If they have chemical imbalance, you cannot talk to them. So my approach was to improve the vessel, to restore chemical balance.
We're taking a patient into a situation where we want to control the whole thing, and that requires ICU management. Okay, that requires hospitalization. So the team consists of people who have great experience in anesthesia and critical care management.
And what we are talking about is modulation, stabilization, regulation. And that's when I develop accelerated neuroregulation, which is ANR, that today can allow patients to be free from the dependency in a very short period of time in an effective, safe and humane way. And then afterwards, they don't need to sit with people to teach them how to live their lives.
In der Sekunde, wo man von der Narkose aufwacht, habe ich nie mehr Lust oder das Bedürfnis verspürt, Heroin oder Opiat zu nehmen. Nie mehr. Das ist unbeschreiblich. Das war für mich das Unbeschreibliche. Dass einfach jemand den Stecker zieht und die Lust ist gestorben, für immer.
After 7 years, I can say ANR is not only the best treatment for opiate dependency, it is the treatment for opiate dependency.
And heroin's killing growing numbers of young Americans. This is Stephanie Chiakas. Her family made this video in her honor.
Fly, little wing, fly beyond imagining.
She was just 17 when she overdosed on heroin.
I went to kiss her and she was ice cold.
If all anesthesiologists in this country, in the process of being qualified, as they must learn how to do heart surgery anesthesia, abdominal surgery anesthesia, if they will know how to reverse opiate dependency, there will be no epidemic.